models you saw everywhere. His was a man's face, strong-jawed, coated in black whiskers, and he had short dark hair. No nonsense, nothing pretentious. The only thing soft-looking about him were his lips. They appeared to be very kissable. Terri closed her eyes for a moment, telling herself to cut it out. He was a visitor, and it was her job to take care of him in a professional way. She was not to fantasize about pouncing on him. She put her hand on the door latch. It was time to be the warden and tell him he had to go back to his own cabin, and what in the world? She said aloud. The man walked across the terrace and slid open the door at the other end. She heard the whoosh of the door as he entered her house. Terri instantly knew what had happened. Her father, Brody, was at the bottom of this. She had no doubt whatsoever that he was trying to matchmake and introduce her to this man. Damn, she muttered, as if she didn't have enough problems to take care of. Turning on her heel, she stalked down the hallway. There were 2 bedrooms on that end of the long, narrow house, one very small and the other one larger. It had floor-to-ceiling glass on 2 sides. The man was standing at the end of the bed in the larger room, his hands on the waistband of his wet shorts, about to peel them off. He looked startled to see her. "You can't stay here," Terri said. His eyes were a beautiful shade of blue. He was older than she'd first thought. Mid-30s, maybe. The hair on his chest formed a pattern from a center line. He certainly wasn't a boy. She noted that he wore no wedding ring. Not that it mattered. "I'm sorry," he said. "I was told the owner of the house was in Florida." Nice voice. Really nice. Really, really nice. Terri's anger vanished. "Technically, that's true. My aunt owns the house, but She straightened her shoulders. Why didn't she brush her hair when she woke up? Why did she always have to wear baggy, slouchy clothes? "Are you Terri?" he asked. "I am." The man gave a nod of understanding. "This mistake is from my uncle. He mentioned that Terri might be staying in the house, but I thought that was the owner's name, and that she spent most of her time in Florida." He gave Terri a quick glance up and down. "I'll be out of here in minutes." He walked to the closet, pulled out a canvas duffel bag, and put it on the bed. "Your uncle?" "Kit Montgomery. Do you know him?" "He and my dad are friends," Terri said. "Why would he put you in my house? There are lots of cabins available. My dad is a realtor and he handles all that." The man pulled some shirts from the closet and tossed them on the bed. "I've not met your father, but I know Kit wants me to like Summer Hill, since I'm going to be moving here. He said I should spend my first 3 weeks here at the lake instead of in town. I guess he didn't want to condemn me to staying in a house alone." He shoved some shoes into the bag, then looked at her. "I just want to say that this is a great house. I've been here 2 nights, and I like the glass front, the water, all of it." Terri knew that in the nearly 2 years that Kit Montgomery had been in town, he and her father had become great friends. Thick as thieves, as the saying went. The first winter Kit lived in Summer Hill, he and Brody had spent a lot of time plotting together. At least that's how Terri thought of it. When Kit bought an old warehouse, remodeled it into a theater, and put on a play in an attempt to win the woman he loved, Brody had been involved in every part of it. From buying the warehouse, to hiring construction workers, to casting the play, Brody had helped. When Kit got the girl, there had been several champagne corks popped. As Terri watched the man pack, she considered the idea that Kit and her dad were again plotting, and this time it was about her. She looked at the man's bare back as he reached up to the top of the closet, and thought that her dad had certainly had worse ideas than this one. "You want some breakfast?" Turning, he smiled at her, and Terri felt herself softening. Oh, yeah. There were a lot worse things than having this man as a